Hello and welcome to After the Fact. I'm Tony Soldano, Senior Pastor of All People's Church in Brampton, Ontario, Canada. This week I want to talk to you about a radio station program that I was listening to just last week. On this program, I was coming out of Toronto. They had been talking about some schools in British Columbia and Alberta that had decided that this year they're going to eliminate awards and achievements and the recognition of students, such as athletic awards and math awards and science awards and that sort of thing. And the reason that these educators had made this decision is that they felt that by recognizing the overachievers, that somehow it would negatively impact the esteem of the others. Now, quite frankly, I find this to be a little strange and a little disturbing that we are making excellence and achievement now a negative thing. It is yet another ploy to kind of bring everybody to the same level and make sure that no one breaks out of our box. And yet, the very things that we celebrate, such as this video program and vlogs and the internet and that sort of thing, all came because people are willing to be excellent, because people are willing to accomplish something and to achieve something that no one else ever has. I'm not sure that, helping the esteem of the majority comes at the cost of penalizing those that want to excel and those that are always looking to improve themselves. As a matter of fact, I think that when we look to those that want to go beyond, it actually motivates others to improve themselves. So although I appreciate the idea that we're concerned about the esteem of our children and of these students, I don't think it should come by penalizing those that achieve and those that excel. In fact, I think the very reverse is going to happen. I think what we're going to do is we're going to raise young people that are going to be unmotivated, that are going to be lazy, and quite frankly, are going to have an attitude of entitlement, that things should just be given to them. They don't have to earn it, they don't have to work, they don't have to excel. Hey, you're just going to give it to me because you're going to give it to everybody else. The fact of the matter is the world does not operate this way, and we're not preparing young people, we're not preparing students for what they're going to face when they get into the real world. My background, I come from a business corporate background, and one of our philosophies that we told people was this: forget about everything you learned in school, we're about to retrain you. Isn't something wrong with that? Shouldn't we actually be teaching our students, our kids in school for what they're going to be facing when they get into the real world? And I would also want to say this to the educators. Esteem actually doesn't start in the school system. Esteem starts in the family, and it's supported by the school system. But because we have an erosion in the family, this is why the school system now feels that it is their priority to get in there and give these children esteem. Listen, excellence, achievement, accomplishment is not a dirty thing. It's not a negative thing. We ought to celebrate it. We ought to celebrate these students. We ought to recognize them and then help those that are maybe having an esteem issue, not by penalizing those that have excelled, but by looking at the root issues of what causes esteem problems in the first place. That's it for this week. I'm Tony Soldano, and this has been After the Fact.